Nikos Rentas here, mentorsapproach.com. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. So this weekend has been really interesting. It's Thanksgiving in Canada, and I've been getting a lot of messages and emails, and I've done a couple of coach calls. Usually during holidays, we have a lot of kind of like phone call increases, and it's interesting because people go back to their families, and they don't feel that appreciation they should be at all. And it's quite interesting. So I decided to make a video here off an email from somebody that is something that people go through a lot. And I just wanted to touch base. It's general, and it'll apply to a lot of people. And I'm going to try and publish it out today so that you guys can have it. And I got some more for the American holidays. So get ready. Hi, Nikos. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm writing due to a mixture of emotions I'm going through. My family is a nutcase when it comes to holiday seasons. Everybody's family is a nutcase during holiday seasons. There's always that one person in the family. I ended up spending last holidays crying, and tomorrow I'm going to see them again for the first time since Easter. I'm wondering, how do you deal with people who are continually putting you down? Very simple. I've gone to the stage where in my life I am, they might affect me for a bit, but I let it go because I got so much beautiful things in my life, so many things to do that I don't have time to deal with the dramatic bullshit that comes out of people's mouths. There's a couple people that really affect me, but I mean, within an hour, 2 hours, you pull up those socks and you keep moving. Because I've done everything in my life that I need to do in order to find my purpose and enjoy what I'm doing and get going on my life, such that I don't need anybody's negative stuff. So it just goes, and it comes with everybody eventually if they get to that stage. If they don't get to that stage and they're at a crappy job with crappy friends, crappy partners, crappy everything, and they don't get vacations, they don't get to do what they want, they're not living their life, then yes, this is how how people affect them, because now there's nothing to bounce back of. If somebody tells me, "Oh, what are you doing with your life? Why aren't you a teacher anymore?" I'm like, "Because I'm doing something I love to do." It feels great saying that. Okay, before, when I hadn't reached my goals, it was, I'm doing what I love to do, but inside of me, it killed me, and it would ruin me for like 1, 2, 3 days. It was quite the thing, and I remember dating this girl that would do it to me, and it would I don't know, it would put me out of the game for like 3, 4 days, and for some reason, I still loved the girl, but I hated her at the same time. She would continually do that. So pay attention to your emotions and what they're bouncing off of, and look at your life and say to yourself, hey, what can I do to better my life? As we'll see down this email, you'll see more of this. They don't like my life choices. Do you like your life choices? I brought my boyfriend last Christmas to the family event, and they hated him. Does it matter if they hated him? I used to think that way too when I brought girls over. Oh, they hate her. This, that. Because it wasn't that exact girl my mom wanted, or my dad wanted, or my family wanted. Now it doesn't matter because it's what I want. I don't care what anybody else wants. After Christmas, it went downhill with him, and by Easter, we had broken up. I think I would have still been with this guy if it wasn't for my family and Christmas. Was it your family and Christmas, or was it how you reacted after? We got to look at how we react to things, because when in this situation I've been in, and when I left, it dragged out the relationship to an ending, or it went the great way because I was like, I don't really care what my family says. It's you, and I like how you reacted. I like how strong you were. I loved what you did, and all of a sudden the relationship got stronger. I could have went the other way with how I did with some other girls, and I was like, yeah, they hate you. How do I fix it? And I tried spending all this time trying to fix the things, and it just the relationship just plummeted. It was horrible. My mother specifically put me down for not being able to find a man, and she blames my lifestyle. She has done this all my life. That should tell you something. She hates my career and hates that I live over an hour away from her, and brings it up every time we talk, making me not want to talk to her for months on end. If that doesn't tell you something, I don't know what will, because that, right, what you wrote, tells me the relationship that you have with your mother is it's on that borderline notion of a narcissistic parent who wants you to do what they want you to do. They make sure they guilt trip you into doing what they want you to do. You're going to feel like that because you're going to keep doing what you're doing, yet you're still trying to please her. You can't have both. You can't. You need to either do what you want to do and accept she'll never be happy, or stop doing what you're doing and go do what she wants you to do. In which case, it's probably, and I can picture this, it's move back home until you find the guy she wants you to find, who she'll probably introduce, who would be nothing you want, okay? Change your job to what she thinks you should be doing, and be that person she was grooming you to be that you failed to be because you are your own person and you need to do the things you love to do because you want to have a happy, loving life. My siblings tell me it is me and not my mother. How can I make things better? I'm considering not going. You should go. You should go. And what I always suggest with people in this situation is, you're not talking to your mom for months on end. That is an issue, okay? An issue. And what happens is, and I deal with this with a lot of people, they'll get on the phone, they'll yell at, they'll get in a yelling match with their mother or their siblings or whoever, and then they won't talk. And silence is a killer. Silence ruins everything, and it makes you feel like this. You feel like shit right now because you haven't picked up the phone all this time to talk. And then you're gonna go back, and it's gonna be awkward, and you have this like inside of you this like icky feeling of why should I be going in there. What you need to remember is that we in essence, we train people, okay? We do behavioral changes in people based on how we want them to accept us as who we are, how we want them to treat us, how we want them to love us, okay? And in this case, when you're doing this, you're not actually doing anything but hurting the whole scenario, all right? What I suggest is, because you haven't done this, but I'll back it up. After you got in the fight with your mom and you haven't talked to her in months, I would suggest getting on the phone call for maybe 10-15 minutes once a week and just saying, hey, Ma, how's it going? And she's going to say her bullshit about whatever's on her mind. You're going to say your bullshit about whatever's on your mind. And then you're going to be like, okay, great. I got to get going, but it was nice chatting with you. I'll call you next week. Click. Okay? Eventually, what will happen is that 15 minutes will turn into maybe half an hour, maybe an hour. If that bullshit you guys are talking about turns into actual meaningful conversations. And it will, as long as you are making sure that every time bullshit comes out of your mom's mouth or your sibling's mouth or anybody's mouth, that you nip it in the butt right away and you say, hey, I gotta go. It builds them the behavior change because now they're like, okay, so I tried to tell her what to do and she didn't like it and she hung up. If I would have not done that, I would be talking with my daughter still. However, if you go your pattern, you're going to feel like this right now. Now, when you show up, I don't recommend anybody showing up for more than an hour, maybe 2 max. Show up, eat your dinner, leave, okay? Anything negative's popping up, hey, listen, great, give me a call. We can talk about it, but it's Thanksgiving, I don't want to talk about this stuff right now. Somebody brings up your lack of boyfriend. Hey, I had a great boyfriend. I've had several, but it didn't work out. Eventually, I'm going to find somebody. Let's talk about something else. That's it. Very simple. You don't want to talk to somebody about something, you tell them you don't want to talk about it, and you stop talking. They continue to talk about it. You clearly say, hey, I don't understand why we were still talking about this. I said I don't want to talk about it. How about we talk about this? And have some topics in your back of your head about something that's happened, maybe in the family, this, that. Maybe somebody bought a car. Be like, hey, I saw your new car. I really want to buy a new car. Do you think I should get one like yours? What do you think about those Hondas? Boom. Now you're changing conversation. Easy. Very easy. And it will only be easy if you're emotionally controlled. So your emotions have to be in check. So when you go in there, once you see your emotions flaring up, take a break. Walk outside, go to the bathroom, and that's it. Stay, put your time in, and leave. You don't need to make it a day event. You don't need to make it anything like that, okay? Just go in, say your thing, and leave. As for the siblings comment, your siblings are going to take the side of whoever they're most likely, more positive with at the moment. So if you've been spending a lot of time with your siblings or one sister, and your brother is with spending more time with the mom, your brother's more likely to take your mom's side, your sister's more likely to take your side. If they're both spending more time with your mom and you're not spending any time with your mom, and your mom's bitching and complaining about you to them, then it's going to be your fault. You need to make alliances, as they call them in the real world, and you need to make sure these alliances are positive. Your siblings need to know how you feel, because I'm assuming if you haven't talked to your mother in that long, you probably haven't talked that much to your siblings either. You should be doing the same type of things that I described earlier. Take your time, walk through it. Definitely go to Thanksgiving today. Make sure you are there, present. Bring some flowers. Maybe swing by Tim Hortons or someplace. Pick up a little cake and go in. I'm sure something's open that you can find something and go in. And if not, make something at home. Put something together. Bring it in, like a salad or something. Make an effort to show that you want to be there. Stay 2 hours, take off, start building the behaviors of how long you want them to talk to you for, and then gradually increase it or decrease it, maybe weeks or from weeks to weeks, or the minutes wise, 15 to 20 to half an hour. Make sure you are effectively doing some kind of pattern such that they realize inside of them, without actually realizing, and on a conscious level, but on a subconscious level, you would say, put it in those terms, they're going to be changing that behavior without them actually realizing it, because that's, you need to tell them what you want without actually telling them, and making that effort, and then being able to say, hey, I got to go now. Nice chatting with you. Can't wait to see you next time. Will be very effective. Take the time. It's a learning process. Not saying you're going to show up today and everything's going to be fixed by doing this. I'm saying you need to start doing all this. It is a pattern building behavior change. You will take your time on it, and you will see some, good moments come out of this. Eventually, you will find a boyfriend that you can bring home to mom that she is going to like. And again, hey, we're sticking around for an hour because he's got family too, and you're going to bugger off before they have time to say anything. And eventually, everybody will come to terms with everything that's going on. It takes time. It takes effort. And it takes your inner self to be happy to do that. So focus on your life. Focus on everything you're doing, making sure it is the way you want to be going. And all these things will bounce off of you. You don't need to worry about whether your mom likes your boyfriend or not. It doesn't matter. The fact is, it's your life. It's your boyfriend. You should love your boyfriend and be with your boyfriend because of that love, not because mama likes him and mama knows best. My name is Nikos Rentas. This is mentorsapproach.com. If anybody needs a coach call or a coach email response, please visit mentorsapproach.com. We can walk through the details of your situation. Kind of like in this email, must be even more details. I would have loved to go in further detail, but we can do that over a coach call and get a different opportunity opening up so life can be happy again. My name is Nikos Rentas. This is mentorsapproach.com. Thank you.